All right, guys. So welcome to this live session here with your host Dre Day FX. So as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex, indices, and metal markets here. So hope everyone had a great morning. So Tuesday, November 4th. Let's get it here. So let's start with the news calendar. All right. So news calendar here. We're still in the government shutdown. We had today, let's see here. This morning we had some Euro news, a couple of Euro news here. We have NZD around 445 for the US. We have no red news, so smooth sailing here today. That's perfect. So nothing. So no blockage here in regards to the news event here for today. So we'll go on TV Alert app. So TV Alert app here is an application here that's provide you with the trend here in the market, the actual what's it called? The actual institutional liquidity in the market. And currently we had this morning we had 4 signals here. So we had Euro 50, German 40 for a sell, UK 100 for a sell, and France 40 for a sell. So you had 4 sells here this morning, and we're going to look at them afterwards. But basically in the app, you have the Bloomberg ticker that provide you with the latest articles here in regards to Bloomberg. So if you want to get some more knowledge here about the New York US economy or any economy here, Bloomberg is the place. And you have the ticker here at the top. And at the bottom, you have also the TV, the economic calendar. So you have to select the country that you're going to be trading for your session. And currently, we're going to be focusing on US. And today we have the Jolt job opening. So we may have the news here that will be out, but in our Forex Factory calendar, we didn't see it. So we'll see exactly if it's going to come out. And as you understand, we did have some delay in regards to the calendar here overall. So we'll see exactly if we're going to get some news here in regards to that. So let's close this. All right. And now we're going to be looking at the trade indicators here. So first, we're going to be looking at so this is Nova. So we do the actual bullish or bearishness here in the market. Currently, we're looking at US30. And if we go on German, you would see here that we did sold off here. And I'm going to just change the time because we're on a 1 hour here on my screen. I'm just going to go ahead on 15. There you go. So we did get a sell here on that, but that was at the end of the trend. So this is a trend indicator here, provided with the bullish or bearishness here in the market. Also, we have FVG. So this is the fair value gap here off of the 1 hour. So provide you with the fair value gaps here that's going down, and we're going to see exactly the price going to retrace off of it. Next, we have a high-low level. So this is a support resistance indicator here that provide you with the support and resistance zones here off of the higher time frame that is 30 minutes, and the current time frame that is the 15 minutes here. And you could select the higher time frame that you want. So pretty simple to use. Then you have MTA. This is the multi-time frame analysis here. After the call, I will be no. After the call, I'm still completing the new MTA version 5. But basically, this indicator is provide you with the previous day high, low, and medium price, and see exactly where the price is currently trading. So around midnight here, we were trading below previous day's low, and we started to break to the downside here on German 40. So you were only expecting to go short here based off of that. And also, we have the POC and VWAP, so point of control, about weighted average price. So this is provided with the point of control based on previous day's movement and the VWAP of the previous day price movement. And as you can see, when you trade below those two lines, that will be bearish here. So basically, near the start of Asian session, we're selling off German. So that was a big sell-off here overall. And as you can see, it's bearish here and everything. So that's confirmed here. And then the last indicator here is Nova with EMX AI. So basically, EMX AI is an actual average directional index indicator that I'm waiting for an actual pattern to get in for a sell or a buy. And if I have that and it's following the trend, it's going to provide you a sell or a buy. And that's pretty much what you have here. So it's a sell off and right at that point. And currently we went to TP 11 here. So that was the maximum that it was done. Basically TP 10, and then it started to reverse. So right now you should be already out of that German trade based off of that movement. So that's pretty much the gist of all of the indicators here. And we're going to be focusing on the POC and VWAP and the Nova. And we're going to be waiting for our alerts here off of the TV Alert app. So we're going to be focusing on US30, NASDAQ, S&P 500, Russell 2000, gold, and German 40 here on our session. So right now, US30 here is should be going bullish here. So we were selling off here all of the London Asian. So that was a big sell-off here overall. So that's going to be interesting to look at. Hey, Leon, hope you have a great day. Indices pull back into OT level for buy setup. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're expecting here. So we still have 5 minutes left before market open. And we'll see how it goes. But overall, we're looking for bearishness here after the point of control. So that's proof. All right. So how was did you trade at London? I know we had some setup here. I'm just gonna see UK100 where it was. We got that around 3 o'clock. We had a sell. Let me look at the time and when those trade came in. Okay, so we had so France was at 303, UK 100 303, German 303. 5 and Euro 50 3010. No trade. We're already dropping a lot. Okay, so 303, so for between 303 and 3010. So on that three hour candle. So let's see. Vertical line. So that's 3. All right, 3, 3, okay, and 3. Yeah, so it basically was basically a small scalp. So you were able to take those trades. You just have to see exactly based off of the higher time frame where the price should have been reacting off of. So it could go on the 1 hour, and I'm just gonna minimize that here. And see exactly if we had a rejection here. So we had that low here. You always want to focus on going to rate previous lows. So we had this level right here. And if we go back here, price went directly to that level and started to bounce. So basically, that was the point of for rejection off of that previous low that was right here. All right. So that was basically the M pattern. You could see an M pattern here. It was creating higher lows, and it was basically an equal low here. So that was your target here. So if we go back here on the 15, I'm only focusing on the German 40 right now. Based off of that, that was pretty much I'm just gonna adjust that a little bit because I didn't take the wick. So basically your TP should have been here. So you could do that for all of them, be the same. So 930. So I'm gonna wait for our setups here. So we're gonna go back on US30. That's what I'm gonna be focusing on. So overall, we're looking bullish here on US30. Nasdaq is still down, but we should be going to the upside. S&P 500 here is consolidating, so we should have an uproar here. Russell going down, which should be doing a higher low. So we're still bullish right now, a bullish trend off of the 15. So we may start to be doing a higher low. We have NASDAQ for sale. Here's a candle here. All right. So it seems to be doing a US NASDAQ. So here.
Sell US30 at price 46,888.3 on 15 minutes time frame at time 9 hours 35 minutes and 4 seconds.
We have a US30 sell. Like I said, we're just gonna wait. We may start to do a higher low right now. So let's see. 15. So we may do a higher low right now. So we'll wait. For some reason, the US30 is not. All right, so what's the gold is bearish today? Yeah, gold is bearish. Let's wait for gold is bearish. So we got Nasdaq sell. So US30 sell and Nasdaq sell. On that US30, I'm still waiting for it because it seems to be creating a higher low. So it may start to reverse. And if it does, it could switch bullish here. So I think they're done going to the downside. This is the low right here. You have that low on the 15 right here. Now it's creating a higher low. So we may start to reverse, and also so Nasdaq is a sell, US30 is a sell. Still waiting here. 940, 940. I just want to wait for that 930 candle to close and see exactly what it wants to do. No, it's struggling to pass that level right here. So if we go on H1, it's creating a higher low right now. So previous month's low, not quite. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna, oh, I put it on the 2 hour. It's the 1 hour I wanted to put it on. You don't need to go on the monthly. So you just have to go on the previous swing high to swing low, the last leg, and you could go on the 1 hour, and you could go put your fib right here. That leg, that swing high right here, that was the latest swing high. So the last swing high right here to that last swing low. I'm just gonna adjust it afterwards. GER44 buy. All right, so let me put. I'm just gonna adjust my swing here. Swing low is pretty much right here. All right. So only you just have to go on the H1. It's going to be easier for you to understand. So swing high, the highest point to that lowest point. That lowest point is right here, off of that leg. So that is how you would put your fib. And right now, you need to look at the market structure. We're creating new lows, new higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Now we have this point here. Now we're gonna be creating a new higher low. Okay, so when you're gonna create a new higher low, that will be an indication that the market is reversing. All right. So for now, if we are taking that sell, would be well in deficit here. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, so US30 buy, I'm in that. I'm in that buy. So I'll take that buy. My stop loss will be put at the previous swing, and my target here is that last swing lower that swing low. So that will be, let me check. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. So if let me go back here. Let me go back on H1. Remember, they went back to this level right here before that move to the upside. And I'm gonna go back on the 4 hour and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So to have a confirmation, if I'm just gonna remove the drawings, remove everything so y'all can see the clean chart. All right. So we're gonna focus on the 4 hour, all right? So 4 hour, it created that gap here last week. All right. So last week there was some consolidation. All right. And then we start this from here to here. From here to here, we were bullish because we were creating higher highs and higher lows. All right. So until the price at this point right here, price started to break down to the latest higher low, all right, and then switch to go short. So if we're bearish, that means that the market needs to create new higher lows and and lower lows, right? So this is a higher low right here. So that's a lower high. Sorry. So that high is lower than this one, and higher is higher than this one, right? And this high is higher than this one. So we need to create a new higher low, and it has to create new lower lows, right? So this pattern right here on the 4 hour is a new lower low. So that means that the price needs to retrace towards a new higher low, right? So because of that, if we're looking at the 4 hour specifically, I'll be focusing on that latest high low and that current lower low that was created. So based off of that, this is the levels to focus on to get a new higher low before going down. All right. So if we do that, that will be, we're going to be focused putting our lines here off of the 50%, 61 and 78.6 as always. So that's 61.8 and that's 78.6. Perfect. So between those three zones here, off of that current market structure, we should have a retracing to the upside towards one of those levels to create a new higher low before going lower. And if they want to go lower, right? Because it could do it could do this, all right, and going higher. Whoops. Put here, perfect. All right. It could do this, do a new higher low and go higher, or go to a lower low, create a higher low. Sorry, it could create a higher low, a lower high. Sorry, this is a lower high to create to go bullish, or create a higher low to go bearish. All right. So higher low. If it's a higher low, it's gonna go this way. If it's lower high, it's gonna go that way. Is that clear, guys? Because right now we're in a bearish movement. So if we're bearish, that means that we have to create new lower lows and new higher lows, right? So we create a new lower low right here. That's the swing right here. So we need to go high towards a specific point before going down. All right. And that leg will give us the indication if we're going to go higher or lower. But it needs to retrace towards one of those levels here to create a higher low off of the 4 hour. So that's why I was waiting for a buy setup, because if we see clearly here, price went down but didn't go lower than this low. All right. So what it did is it did this on the 15-minute. It did this. So now we're going high towards one of those levels here. So is that clear, guys? No problem. So make sure to always look at the 4 hour, and that will give you some indication exactly of what's happening. And if that low is not rated after a big move to the downside, that means that we're switching the actual trend to the upside. No problem. So, oops, I'm just gonna click close this. Perfect. Oh, move that. There we go. So we could clearly see that the market is switching to the upside right now. About 60,000 is the buy. All right. So let's see. So we had the NASDAQ here that was bullish, and it is bullish. Basically the exact same thing as US30. So like I said, we have a swing. We went to that gap here. We filled out that gap? Yes, pretty much. It filled up that gap and then started to react off of it. And we had the swing low right here off of the 1 hour. All right, so we have a swing low right here. And we have a higher low, and price is going to the upside. So should be bullish here. Make sure, guys, to like and subscribe as always. So I'm here just to provide you with details here of how to look at the market. So even though we're getting some signals here, you need to know exactly. So S&P 500 is a buy also. We did the exact same thing, guys. Same thing. All right. So still looking at the 1 hour right now. Oops. Let's see here. So we had a low here. All right. We're in a bearish trend. We need to create new lows and new highs. All right. New high, lower low, and higher lows. So right now it's starting to create a new what? New higher low. So if that's the case, I'm gonna have to put a fib off of the latest lower low to that lower high, that higher low to that lower low, all right, and see exactly where it wants to react off of. So we have 50%. That's S&P 500, 61 and 78.6. So between those three zones that I just put, we should have a reaction here towards the downside after that. All right. So if you're in those trades, those will be your lines here to your TP zones. All right. Ok, mostrar para você. Pourquoi ça ne fonctionne pas? All right, so my US30 here is well in profit here on my futures account. So I'm just basically trailing it. And I can show you exactly where I put my entry here. Let me check. So I'm just going to show you guys my futures account that I'm trading on. All right. So as you could see, just going to zoom in a little bit for you guys. So this is where we had that sell, right? We had a sell signal right here. And then at that point, we had that buy, and I came in right away because of what I saw. I put my stop loss on that previous swing earlier. So this is the previous swing right here at that point here. And my TP is one of those retracement, right? Those fib that I put earlier, that will be my TP zone, because I know that on the 4 hour, if we look at the 4 hour price action, it's still, just gonna zoom in a little bit here. It's still bullish right now. All right, so I'm gonna go back here on TradingView. So what I'd explain here is, first you look at the trend. Okay, so are we creating new highs and new lows? Are we creating new higher highs and higher lows, or lower lows and higher low, right? But since we're creating higher lows and lower lows, that means that we're going bearish, and we need to see exactly a reaction for a reversal to see exactly the trend changing, right? So to confirm a trend change, you need to see a lower low, and after that, a higher low created, right? So that wick that was created here on all of the indices that we saw this morning created that new higher low, that lower high, sorry, that lower high. So that was the indication that we were going up, right? So if you have that indication, then you have to put your fib on the latest higher low to that lower low for retracement of where the price needs to go to create a new higher low, right? That will be lower than this high. That's pretty much it. And then it's going to continue to the downside or to the upside. So same thing for US30. So we created a low here. Then this retracement created a new higher low. That low was higher than this one. So that means after that bearish movement here, we should be going high to create what? A new higher low. That'll be sorry, a lower high. So that means that will be lower than this high, right? So it could be at this retracement zone, this one, or this one. So all of those three are lower than this high, right? So you could target this one. That will be basically your TP1, TP2, TP3 before that retracement. All right, so if you have any other questions, guys, put them in the chat. Why is it doing this? All right, so we're still going to the upside right now. Trying to. About Mac. All right, no problem. All right, so we are still continuing to the upside here. So looking at the 1 hour, we're still pushing here. So let me show you the actual trade that I'm in. I'm still in that trade, guys, to the upside. So you see my entry, and this is my trailing stop here. This is basically my TP zone, but like I said, we'll have to see exactly. We're at 50%, almost 50% of that retracement here that we had before. So this read will put me pretty much near out of my drawdown that I had before in my account. But let's see. I'm just gonna see the actual zone. So basically, my TP is that I put is pretty much at. I'm just gonna put it here. Pretty much between that last swing, that higher low that we had here. All right, so but I'm still trailing. I'm at already secured 380. It's still pushing here. So I'm just gonna wait for it to give us a good push here to the upside before I put my trailing at the bottom, basically at the bottom of that candle right here. Perfect. And 319. And basically, I'll keep it that way and see how it goes. So let's go back here on TradingView. So I hope that this live here give you a aha moment or a light bulb of how to break down the market, because that was a textbook trade. So we're at 50% of that latest retracement. So if it or 30, right. So we're near that 50% retracement that we did here on US30. So we'll see exactly how it's going to react. Like I said, we're trying to find the retracement here. So that trade we came in at around let's see here. So you see exactly the signal when it came in for the buy on that US30, US500, yes, so US, so US30 for buy. Nope, that's not it. US30, 500 with some. Yes, 100, that's all. Yes, 100, that's all. That's all. US31. So we're in that trade since basically 9:45. So it's been already 30 minutes. There you go. So I'm out of that trade. It got me out here. Well in profit. So I'll show you my account here. Always full transparency here, guys. So I'm not I am not hiding anything of what I'm doing. So as you can see, my account was well in drawdown here because of Friday's price action. I think I lost I think it was 500 something last week. So but let's refresh my page to see exactly my P&L for today. All right. So 422 today. So I'm getting out of that drawdown. So we'll continue like that. And it seems that right now it's retracing. So I'm already out of those trades. Still going to the upside here. That's perfect. All right. So let's close it out here, guys. So we close out the session. Great session overall. So hopefully you were able to grab some knowledge here in regards to how to look at trades and all that stuff. So always doing those lives here each and every day. So we'll be back here tomorrow at the New York session. And make sure to before you leave to put a thumbs up here on this live. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Looking forward. No problem. Great. So I wish you a wonderful rest of your day here, guys. And if you're in that trade, it's still pushing right now. I'm already out of that trade. It touched my trailing, but it's all good. But you should be well in profit here with the analysis that I gave you guys. All right. So we'll be back here tomorrow. Have a great one. Peace.